So
I still consider them nightmares,
yeah,
or at least mine. I still consider mine a nightmare. Not necessarily the spider one. The spider one was just weird, but the one with the little girl that was being possessed.
yeah.
I woke up and I was like I still felt
Am I
weird.
possessed?
There was like the first split second of like when I woke up because it was still dark.
In 5, 4, 3, 2. I'm bulletproof.
Oh no.
Nothing to lose. Fire away.
Fire away.
Ricochet.
Is that the I'm titanium?
Sorry, we just watched Megan. So
Yeah. Twice.
Megan's the girl that sings at the party when no one asks her to sing at the party. Welcome back to another episode of ShinoBroz podcast. I'm Sly.
I'm Wade.
And we talk about everything and anything.
Stuff and things and whatnot.
Yeah. Oh, I'm crying. That was too funny. It shouldn't have been that funny. We have yet
if you haven't seen Megan yet, go watch it, and it'll be just as funny to you.
But apparently Megan 2.0 is not doing so well in the box office.
No, it's not.
That's why they're pulling it from movie theaters to make room for other movies.
They're pulling it already?
They're pulling it already.
Are we going to be able to see it?
It's only been 2 weeks. So that's a question for off the podcast. But I would still like to see it. But apparently it's not that good, which, I mean, I can understand. It's part 2 is usually never better than part 1 unless it's Rush Hour 2.
No, that's not always true.
I say Rush Hour 2, I think is everyone's favorite.
I think they had a good thing going, a new and original thing.
Yeah.
And then they kind of like saw how popular it was, and then they kind of tried to make something else. I don't know. It like the first one kind of. No, never mind. I was gonna say the first one kind of feels like an original, but then I also compare it to Child's Play, and everyone compares it to Child's Play and stuff like that. And then I was gonna say the second one, they kind of just took it and ran with it.
Yeah.
I think they are making the second one too unserious.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the first one was kind of like funny, but still in the realm of, you know, the movie or whatever. And then the second one just seems like they're just cheesing it all the way instead of kind of taking themselves a little bit seriously. And also it's basically Terminator 2 with fembots instead of.
Well, we're going to go see it eventually, one way or another. Whether
we will watch it. Whether it's in theaters or not.
I mean, I prefer not to pay for it, but
yeah.
we'll see. So I had 2 crazy dreams prior to this podcast, so we're going to talk about it.
Oh, yeah. I want to hear about that.
All right. So it was weird. So in this dream, my family...
Sorry, I have to stop you right now. I'm listening to you, but all I hear in my head is, I'm bulletproof. Like that song is
Megan.
It's embedded in my brain now. Go ahead.
Sorry. All right. So in this dream I had, it's more like a nightmare. It was like a horror movie, honestly. The whole setting was just a horror movie. However, I did wake up a little freaked out, but then the second dream I had after this one kind of made it better. So
the first one left you off on like a cliffhanger.
It did.
And then when you went back to sleep, it picked up
it
was part 2.
Yeah.
And resolved it.
Okay, so in this first dream it was a roller coaster. So moved into this new house with my family. Everything was fine until one particular night. I was putting my little one to sleep, and as I was putting
them.
Yeah, as I was putting them to sleep, arms reached out, like I'm laying them down, and then arms reached out to grab them,
Oh, really?
And I pulled my kid away from it immediately. I'm like, what the fuck? And then I grabbed Brooke.
No, beds don't have arms.
Yeah, I grabbed Brooke and then we ran downstairs to, I guess this would, because like there's a living room and then there's like a dining room, I guess. So we were in the dining room. There was a couch in the dining room, so we were just sitting there. And it was like me, Brooke, our little one, and Pam and Rick, which is Brooke's parents. And let's see, where it is. And then we went down to the dining room, and then Brooke and I went back up to investigate. Cause we went back in the room and there was like nothing there. But obviously there's something there.
Yeah.
So we were trying to ask what the spirits wanted. Then.
So you just jumped straight to spirits?
Yeah.
When you saw arms coming out of the bed, you were just like, ghosts.
Yeah.
Ghosts, what do you want?
What else could it be? Okay. So immediately we asked what the spirits wanted. And then this is when it gets fucked up. A little blonde girl, about 3 years old, 2 or 3 years old, appeared with blood on her mouth, holding a glass shard, like just a piece of glass.
Oh, she jokered herself.
Yeah. And we were just like, hey, what do you want? And the little girl says, I want to cut her, which is talking about my little one.
Yeah.
And I was like, the fuck you will. And then she looks at me and like directly into my soul and says, the man over there wants to cut you. And like smiling with blood on her face. And I'm looking over and I'm just like, there's nobody here. So there was no other person in the room. So we ran back downstairs. Pam, Brooke's mom, couldn't believe what was going on. So she wanted to see the ghosts. So me and Pam went up to investigate. I went with her. We went back up into the room upstairs to see the little girl. Pam got scared, ran back downstairs. Then, so the whole family's sitting in the dining room on the couch, and we're trying to figure out like what to do next. Like, what the fuck do we do? We just moved in. So I started thinking. In my dream, I was thinking about saging the house. But as I thought that, I heard water running upstairs. So we ran upstairs to the top of the steps. Right? Ran upstairs to the top of the steps. And how the steps works is there's the steps, there's a door, and then the hallway, and a bunch of rooms. And then the room was at the end of the hall.
You're going to be like, how the steps work is it
You
goes
all
up
go.
and then over, and then up and then over.
So we're at the steps, right? And as we're still at the top of the steps, we look down the hallway, and the door between the steps and the hallway shuts, like slams in front of us, closes. And so we start fighting the door to open it.
Yeah.
Which I don't know why. I'm not that curious. I already know what's in there. I'm good. I should have walked away.
No,
but,
you can stay in there.
Yeah.
Lock the door, actually.
But
from the outside.
Yeah. So the door slams shut and we start fighting it to open it. Once we open it, at the end of the hallway, to the end of the hallway, the door starts slowly opening, and there was a bed there. And then we see Pam, Brooke's mom, walking slowly like she was like mind controlled.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
she's being pulled in.
What the fuck? She was just right next to me. Why are you there? I'm like, Pam, what are you doing? And then Brooke's there with me, and we're like, Pam, come back. What are you doing? Come back. And then, so Pam's walking slowly towards the bed, like she was mind controlled. Then the little girl appears, and the little girl
in between you two, or like in the door.
No, so she's like holding Pam's hand.
Oh, like
then,
beside her.
Yeah,
okay.
And then Pam lays on the bed, and then the little girl gets in the bed with her, and then I started connecting the dots. Then I started being more aware of where I was in the dream, because I started looking around. I'm like, this looks familiar. Why does it look familiar? And here is the plot twist.
It's the Amityville horror.
No.
Okay.
It's my old house from Ohio.
Oh, cool.
That freaked me out, because I'm like, this looks like the door, the hallway,
Yeah.
the room at the end of the hallway. I'm like, this is my old house in Ohio,
The
where
one where
all
you
the
would-
hauntings happened.
Yeah.
And I was just like freaking out. I'm like, I'm standing at the top of the steps. I'm looking down the hallway. I'm realizing all of this, and like it was like broken slow motion, telling her mom to come back. Like, Mom, what are you doing? Come back, come back. And I'm realizing all of this, and that's when the man appeared. The man appeared on the other side of the door of the room and looked at me and closed it. And I'm just like, oh, she's dead. She said, my mother-in-law is dead. That's and I yeah.
Oh no.
Yep. And then I woke up and I was just like, one, I don't like having dreams inside that house
Yeah.
because of when I used to live there. So that triggered me, and I was just like, so as I woke up immediately, I wrote everything down that I could remember. But I was still tired, so I went back to sleep.
It is interesting that it was a little girl and a man
Yeah.
now, because didn't you say that you used to have dreams about like a woman
Yeah.
in white or
Mhm.
something like that, like leading you places? And
I
stuff?
don't think
Do you think that they're like
they're all
the
connected.
husband and child?
No.
Okay.
But if I'm going to make my own theory about what happened, I am assuming that the man killed the little girl with glass, or the little girl killed herself with the glass because she was like holding the shard and like very like psychopath look.
She
in her
said,
face.
"Yeah." She
She's
said,
I want to cut
her."
you."
Yeah.
Probably because she saw her dad or whoever that man was cut other people. I don't know. That's my theory.
Yeah.
But the man was like either dark brown or black hair, so I don't know.
Oh, okay.
It was, but yeah, I finally saw the man at the end, and as he was closing the door, I rushed the door. I was like running towards it. I don't know why, but I guess I was trying to. I would probably try to save Pam, but like I was rushing the door, and he was just looking at me as he was closing it, and I was like, no, and I woke up. And then I went back to
At least you were trying. At least you were trying to.
I think I was just mad,
Save her.
honestly. I was like, no, I hate this house. And I bum rushed the door. And then I woke up and I wrote everything down on my phone and I fell back asleep. And I woke up in the dream in the house again. But it's morning. It's morning and I'm in the one room. That's in between the stairs and the room at the end of the hallway. So I'm in the one room. I woke up and I'm immediately like aware, like, oh no, I'm back. So, but it's morning, so it's not as creepy. So I'm like looking around and I see my cousin and my little brother, but my little brother, like we all de-aged, like we're not adults. We're like,
Oh, all of you?
yeah.
Like even you?
Yeah, we're
Okay.
all like kids again. And like my cousin
Like you
woke me
were
up.
back in the house.
Yeah, and my cousin woke me up, and I think it's like a prequel at this point because we were adults in the last stream.
Yeah.
But I woke up in the house, and then my cousin and my little brother ran to the room where all the shit happens. So we ran to the room, and we're looking outside the window. So we're at the room at the end of the hallway, and we're looking outside, and there was just like kids out there just doing dumb stuff. I don't know. They were just like throwing trash cans in the streets and throwing things at
Oh,
houses, and we are just like looking at them. And the one kid saw us and threw something at our window, and it broke through the window, and I got mad. So I was like, I'm gonna fuck you up. So I was like, you stay there. I'm coming down. I'm gonna fuck you up. And I started running down. My cousin's like trying to stop me. He's like, no, what you gotta do? It's like, I know jujitsu. I'm gonna fuck him up. And then I ran
Yeah.
outside and I woke up. That was it.
Oh, okay.
But that was it.
Oh, so it didn't actually like continue.
No,
It was just
more like a prequel, if anything.
Yeah.
But
That is still a weird dream.
it was like it happened in 2 different timelines. I don't know. But yeah, that was my 2 dreams. I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens with my 3rd dream.
That first dream would make an awesome video or movie or something like that. Because it was, as you were describing it, I was playing it out in my head, and I was like, this is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Like, it reminded me of like a like something along the lines of Conjuring or something. It's funny that you say that your dream had a scary little girl in it, because I also had a dream 2 days ago, I think, with a scary little girl in it. I had a dream yesterday where I was at my dad's house. I have this thing of like, I'll dream of familiar places, but the familiar places will be like vastly different than they are in real life.
Mm-hmm.
Like the upstairs, or I was at my dad's house, and the upstairs was kind of normal, but everything was like a little wider, and like the rooms were bigger. And then when I went downstairs, it was like kind of the same, but completely different, and like bigger. And the floors and the walls were like tile, and the floors were like stone almost. Anyway, that doesn't really have anything to do with it, but just describing
the architecture.
my familiar places get skewed whenever I have dreams. And I remember we were hanging out downstairs. I forget who I was in the dream, but I remember being downstairs and talking to people, and then I went upstairs and I saw a spider. It was like a spider like that big.
Mm-hmm.
And it was weird because it was almost like a cartoonishly large spider. Like the legs were thick and everything.
Yeah.
Not like skinny little spider legs or whatever. And it was looking at me. And I was like, I don't like that. But I don't like to kill things. So I was just like, I'm going to let you be. Like,
no, that's on site. I would kill it out on site.
And then I went back downstairs and I came back up, and there were like 2 or 3 spiders. And when they saw me, they all kind of like repositioned themselves to look at me.
Yeah.
Like they were all looking at me. And I was like,
so you
no.
let them multiply. That's what you get. You let them multiply.
So I was like, I'm going to go get this. I have a peanut butter jar at my house because I don't like to kill things. I have like a big Jif peanut butter jar that I washed out and took the label off of, so that whenever I catch things, I can put a lid on it and it's clear so I can see it till I take it outside or whatever. And so I went to get the peanut butter jar, and there's also, Mom has like one of those bug grabber things.
Yeah.
I went to go get that too. And when I went to find it, and I came back, there was like a bunch of them, and I was trying to like get to the other room. Like they were just like in the living room up on the ceiling, crawling around, and one was like starting to hang down. So I went around, and one of them jumped off and landed in my hair, and it was kind of freaking me out. I was like, no, like trying to put my hands in my hair to not let it get towards my scalp, and like trying to fling it out and stuff. But it was like in there. And then Mom was like, hold on a minute. And then she like reached in and just like pinched the butt of it and was holding it, which she would never do in real life.
Yeah.
But she did it in my dream. And she's like, look. And for some reason, my mind made them, they were all black before. And then my mind made this one like purple.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't a spider. It was like a big 4-legged, like it didn't have 8 legs like a regular spider. It had 4 legs, and they were like, it looked like almost you know those things, those bugs that have the sticky pads on their feet?
Yeah.
And you would throw them at the wall and they would kind of like flop down.
Yeah.
It looked like one of those, but alive. And then I was like, ugh, and then that was a weird one. But the one that I had 2 days ago, I was at my grandma's house, and another familiar place that was vastly different. The rooms were bigger, and some of the rooms upstairs were like just way different.
Mm-hmm.
Looked like, I don't know, the one room almost looked like a princess room in a castle or something like that. And I remember we were all just hanging out, and we looked out the window, and down there's like a little hill down to the bottom where the driveway is.
Mm-hmm.
There was like a little pond down there, and the pond had fairies flying around it. And I'm like, oh, that's weird. And then for some reason, I went to go, like, they were like different color fairies, like like Tinkerbell, but different colors.
Yeah.
And I went down there and I was like, are you guys real or something like that? And then one of them talked to me. One of them flew up and like was whispering in my ear. And she's like, yes. And we also grant wishes. And I was like, oh, cool. So I made a wish. I don't remember what the wish was.
Uh-huh.
I made a wish, and it was just something small, and she granted it. And I was like, oh, shit, this is real. Like, they actually grant wishes.
Yeah.
So I went to tell Mom. I'm like, hey, don't tell anybody else, but, like, those fairies down there, they grant wishes. I don't know if they'll grant you one, but, like, I mean, I don't know if they'll, like, how many they grant, but I would try it out, you know?
Yeah.
And then I was trying to think of, like, other wishes that I would ask for if they gave me another one.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden we were going down to the other, or to the lake again. And there was just this little girl standing there. The fairies were gone. The fairies like flew away, and this little girl was there.
Can you describe the girl? Is that what you wish for? A little
girl? The little girl looked exactly like. Have you ever seen Signs?
No.
The movie Signs. Okay. Think Matilda. Have you ever seen Matilda?
Mm-hmm.
Think Matilda, the little girl that played Matilda.
Yeah.
But longer, light brown hair, and also her skin was pale, and she had like bags under her eyes.
Mm.
And because like she kind of looked exactly like the girl from Signs, because she's sick. Spoiler alert. The girl from Signs is sick, and she's like throwing up and stuff, but she looked like her exactly. And she had a knife, like a big knife.
Oh.
And it was probably from your dream. She came over to my dream. She's like, I'm gonna cut you. But no, she was there, and the fairies were flying away, and then they kept saying like, no, she's evil, she's possessed or something. And then a guy who I didn't know, I think was her dad or whatever, tried to come up and get her and to like talk to her. And she was like, no. And then she slit his throat, and he just like fell over and died. And like all of us that were outside were like, oh, we need to get out of here. Oh shit. So we ran inside and we looked out the window. Like we locked the door and we were just looking out the window. And she was like trying to get in, banging on the window and stuff like that. And we're like, no, go away. And then I forget, someone in the room said something about her, and then she just took the knife and turned it towards herself and stabbed herself in the throat and died. And then I'm like, okay, we don't have to deal with that anymore. Because they said she was possessed. There was nothing. None of us are priests. We'd have no way of getting her unpossessed. So she killed herself. Good. Problem took care of itself. And then I forget what all happened in between there. There was like a time jump. And then we were doing something. And then there was another girl, a little like older.
Yeah.
And she started looking sickly and everything. And then she was like, she had some kind of knife or said she was going to kill us or something like that. And I was like, no, it was, the little girl was possessed. And when she killed herself, whatever possessed her
someone else.
Came out and went to someone else. And now they're trying to kill us for some reason.
No.
And then I don't remember what happened and I woke up, but it was like weird.
It's probably for the best.
Yeah.
Because he's just going to keep killing himself until he kills everybody.
Yeah.
Yikes.
But no, it was just weird that the two dreams had little girls that wanted to cut people.
I have to find a good thumbnail for this.
Yeah. No, I'll try to. And then I had another dream that was actually pretty fun. It had my cousins in it, and we were just hanging out. It was like a regular Sunday that we used to do and stuff, but I don't know. Just that one. That one was weird. I don't have too many nightmares anymore. So it's funny that I had 2 weird dreams in a row.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I wouldn't consider like what happened in our dreams were like scary in a sense, but I wouldn't consider them nightmares. I feel like nightmares, you have to wake up in a cold sweat. Like someone's got to chase you. Someone's got to make you fear for your life.
No, I did wake up and kind of feel weird.
Yeah.
Like I still had that feeling of like,
what the fuck just happened?
Anxiety or whatever.
Yeah.
But it wasn't
it's different from like being terrified, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
That's like when you know, like when a jump scare is happening and it happens and you jump. Yeah. That's why I consider a nightmare. What we had was weird, but it wasn't scary. I don't know. Like nothing happened to me really.
Yeah.
So
I still consider them nightmares.
Yeah.
Or at least mine. I still consider mine a nightmare. Not necessarily the spider one. The spider one was just weird. But the one with the little girl that was being possessed.
Yeah.
I woke up and I was like I still felt
Am
weird.
I possessed?
There was like the first split second of like when I woke up because it was still dark. And I was like, huh. Like I looked at the time and it was like 5 o'clock in the morning or something like that. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to go back to bed then, I guess. And then I had another dream after that. And that dream was kind of cool. It was just me and my cousins hanging out. But, I don't know. Spooky dreams. Oh, I was going to look up the, sorry, I keep hitting the microphone. I was going to look up the little girl from
Signs.
Not Signs. I kept saying Signs. It was freaking Sixth Sense.
Sixth Sense?
Yeah. There was no... It wasn't the little girl from Signs. It was the little girl from Sixth Sense.
I vaguely remember Sixth Sense. I think I've watched it like a handful of times.
People who are listening and they're like, Signs? The little girl in Signs wasn't sick?
There wasn't a little girl in Signs. I don't know.
There was a little girl in Signs, but she wasn't sick. The little boy was sick. Not sick, but he had asthma.
Anyways, I am tired. Jesus. While Wade is looking that up, I'm going to pivot the conversation and talk about this lady who's 77 years old.
Scary lady?
No. So there's a 77. She's 77. She's a retired teacher from California. She has traded her retirement home for a life at sea.
Oh, okay, cool.
Have you heard about that?
That's the girl from...
Yeah.
She looked like that, but not throwing up.
Yeah, anyways.
Yeah.
Sharon Lane moved onto the Villa Vi Odyssey, the world's first perpetual cruise, saying it's actually cheaper than living in California.
Well, that's not saying much.
She boarded in June and plans to stay for the full 15-year journey, which will visit 425 destinations across 147 countries. Lane paid around $129K for her interior villa and says she's finally living the carefree life she's always dreamed of. No chores, no to-do list, just travel in peace.
So wait a minute. Is it all expenses paid?
Yep.
It's all expense. So you just pay $120,000?
$129,000.
And then they basically pay for everything else, and you live there for 15 years?
Yeah, it's just like it's.
So she's just
a bad idea.
So she's just like a luxury pirate now?
I guess. But she's also 77 years old.
Yeah, is there like an age cap on it? Like you have to be above a certain age to get on this? Because I imagine there'd be like a lot of younger people retiring.
They plan to sail for 15 years, so I don't know. I think that's a
hope she makes it. No,
that's a valid concern. But for $129K for 15 years, I think that's a good deal.
That is a good deal.
That's a great deal. And she's traveling.
Can't even buy a house for $129,000 anymore.
Yeah. What would you do if you retired?
And that you get to travel. Yeah. You get all expenses paid.
That's wild.
I don't like being on boats that much. I've never been on a cruise, so I don't know if I would like it.
I wonder what
I've been on boats before.
I wonder what the age requirement is. You have to be like above 55 to do this.
Well, that's what I was saying.
Because if I had 129K right now, that's what I'm doing.
Because I feel like a lot of younger people would jump on that opportunity.
Yeah,
especially now.
There's definitely probably it's probably like a senior. It's like a senior citizen.
Yeah, you have to be retired.
That would make sense. She's living the sweet life on deck.
Yeah.
That's what it is. She's living the sweet life
of what's her name?
Sweet life of Sharon Lane.
Yes, sweet life of
Sharon
Lane.
On deck. That's crazy. 129K, and she's probably got a good it's her interior villa. She's living the carefree life.
Does it have pictures of like what she lives in?
No, it has a picture of the ship, but I only screenshot the headlines. I'm not gonna show you.
Oh, okay.
It's just. We can probably look it up, but I was just curious. What are your plans for retirement?
My plans for retirement?
If we are able to retire,
I don't even have a career yet to retire from.
This what you talking about? This is our career.
This, I mean, I hear a lot of streamers and YouTubers and stuff like that. Well, not necessarily YouTubers, because YouTubers have been retiring left and right, especially like last year or whatever. But a lot of streamers are like, I'm going to do this till I die. I'm going to be 80 years old streaming, or, I'm going to stream when I'm in the hospital bed or whatever. I'm going to die on stream. Yeah, because whenever, like, I mean, I haven't done it in a while, but, like, streaming is fun, and it's fairly easy, and, I mean, there are things, like, that you can work for, like or like the work in streaming is basically like time management, thinking of new things, like coming up with cool fun ideas, and then like editing and stuff like that. But it's like the ultimate work from home, because you basically just set up everything and hit go live, and then you're like, hey, what up, I'm here. Hey, what up? I'm here, and we're doing things, and this is what we're doing today.
Yeah. I think if you budget right and live like minimum, like live without all the luxuries, like, because on some of these streamers, they just buy a bunch of like really expensive shit.
Yeah, they also have like big what do you call it? I kept wanting to say donations, not donations. Freaking, my mind just went blank.
It's okay, take your time.
Sponsors. They're also sponsored by a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
They get a lot of stuff for free. They're sponsored, so they get a lot of money. Depending on how big they are and stuff like that.
If I was a streamer,
they invest.
Yeah.
A lot of them invest.
If I was a streamer, I would live minimum and just make a whole bunch of money and retire after like 5 years.
Yeah.
Like,
what would you do after retirement then?
Just travel, do things I want to do.
Okay.
And
so you would have to make a lot of money.
Yeah.
To live off of that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which I'm not gonna do it.
See, I think I'm in the boat of the people who are like, I'm gonna do this forever, because I like stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I feel like, plus you're just like talking to new people every day.
See, that's the thing with being in this space, being a creative. There's, unless you have like a really solid fan base, it's hard to survive in this creative atmosphere, because it's an oversaturated market for sure.
Yeah.
A lot of people are doing the same thing. A lot of people are just...
It's oversaturated, but I also feel like it's still booming.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You can make one clip that goes viral, gets millions of views.
Like, I don't feel like there's any shortage of people who want to watch other people.
Yeah.
even if it's just like background noise or whatever.
Yeah. But it's one of those things where like you can make one video and it goes viral, millions of views.
But then you got to keep up with that.
Yeah, and then the next day it's back to 100 views. It's weird. It's weird. It's I don't know. It's kind of hard to survive in this space. I can see it. Like even the OG YouTubers that I still watch, their views aren't the same.
No.
And it's not for lack of trying. It's just that there's so many options, so many people to watch that it's not concentrated to like these 10 people. Because new people are just gonna pop up. Next year is gonna be a whole new set of streamers that are famous.
That's like whenever one of my OG YouTubers that I was watching was talking about VidCon.
Yeah.
Or something like that. And they were like, they went down the roster and they're like, I don't know any of these people.
Yeah. It's wild.
I don't know anyone on the roster.
But that's the space, you know.
Which is fine. There's nothing
they're
wrong
always
with that.
looking for the younger, more whatever makes you go viral, you know. They're looking
I don't like
for
the viral
new
talent.
I'll say that new talent. They're looking for new faces.
No,
to
yeah, you're talking
promote.
about. Yeah, like that. Because I'm just like, I would rather build slowly than go viral any day.
Yeah.
Because when you build slowly, you have people who actually like know you. Yeah, you have a community that you can interact with and everything. When you go viral, then everyone and their mother.
Everyone knows you for this one viral
one thing. They don't know you. They know this one thing that you did.
Yeah.
And then it was kind of the same thing of like why people blow up so much on TikTok as opposed to like other platforms and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like YouTube and stuff. It's because whenever you ask people like who their favorite YouTuber is, they'll give you like a name. But if you ask someone who their favorite TikToker is, they're like, "What?"
They're
like,
the guy
"I like that
one
video.
Thing. Yeah,
I like this video that I saw." But I like who knows TikTokers really? Who, unless they're like, you know, YouTubers who also have TikToks.
Yeah,
you don't really know TikTokers.
And
but
there's it's easier to go viral on TikTok. I would say you get more views on TikTok, but
it's also because it's just like
scrolling. They're just doom scrolling.
Yeah.
They're not really gonna look at your page for anything,
which
is unfortunate. But like a lot of people,
unless you do, some people do.
A lot of people who do music go viral for their songs on TikTok, but then if they have like a show or a concert or anything, their audience is dead until that one song from TikTok plays. Then it's like, oh yeah, let's get hyped and lit. But then they don't know any of the other artists' songs.
Yeah.
So, there's pros and cons. You just gotta know how to capitalize on it. But it's hard. That's the dilemma of being a social media creator. Like even I get burnt out. And I barely do anything anymore.
Social media is so wild. This doesn't really have anything to do with what we were just talking, but it does remind me of it. My dad was like, he was like, they just made a remake of a movie that was fairly. He's like, it's not an old movie, and it was not a bad movie. And they remade it. It's like, why are they remaking it? And I was like, what movie was it? And he was like, oh, I think I Know What You Did Last Summer or something like that. And I was like, oh, okay. I mean, you be the judge if it's a good movie or not. But I was like, with that, I don't really see it as a bad thing that they're remaking movies like that, because it's like an update.
Yeah.
It's not like erasing remakes are never erasing the old movies or old things. But I was like, stuff like that, you know,
they want to make it more modern.
That was in the 90s.
Yeah.
Now you have cell phones, you have social media and stuff like that. It's like, how are you going to update it?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's the same premise, but in newer times.
Yeah.
In today's time.
Which is kind of like stupid. All the like updated remakes, I guess remakes. They always gotta do the iPhones and tablets and social media and make it like cringy.
Yeah, it does kind of make it cringy,
It does.
but it does make it like more in today's times.
Yeah.
Like, what would it be like in the age of social media if someone was hunting you down and and potentially killing you or whatever?
People are gonna stop and record you.
They're just driving and then they hit the guy and like rolled over, and it's like, pull out your phone, like, oh dude, sick. Dude, we just ran over this guy.
Yo, chat, we are so cooked right now. I'm gonna get 10-5 for sure.
What up, it's your boy Wade Morgan. But
he
came out of nowhere.
It's so stupid, but
Yeah.
that is what happens now. Anything for views.
On the podcast, be like, what up, it's ShinoBroz. So we're gonna talk about that guy we just hit the other day with our car. We think he's dead. I don't know. We just kind of pushed him in the ditch. Hopefully no one shows up with a hook hand and tries to kill us all.
And then we have the live stream of us getting arrested. Yo, chat, the cops saw our podcast.
No, it's just like you're live streaming and you're running and the guy's behind you and it's like, yo, our special guest today, hook hand. Hook hand rain suit man.
He's stabbing us, and then
I'm running from him because I don't know what he's gonna do.
he finally catches he's stabbing us, but we post it on the story. And it's just the bounce, the what's it called? Where the picture is like,
Oh, the boomerang.
yeah, the boomerang effect, and then the caption is, "Why though?"
No, what is it? I'm shook.
Yeah.
I'm shook.
See, this is why it's stupid. This is why our generation takes nothing seriously.
It's just horror movie.
Anything
brain
for
rot.
views and likes, right?
Oh man,
We're so cooked as a whole.
but yeah. No, there's movies that are good movies that are older that I don't mind them remaking because it just updates them for the new times.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why. The way that Dad was saying that, he's like, he has this idea that only bad movies should be remade. And I'm like, yes, but I would also like to see old good movies remade in newer times. Now, if the old movie doesn't necessarily like use anything, it's not like stuck in that time period,
Mm-hmm.
then I don't really see any reason to remake it other than a cash grab or whatever. But I don't know. I don't think it's bad to update movies.
You know what I hate? There's a pet peeve. I hate when old movies play, but there's a disclaimer in front of it.
What do you mean?
So Rush Hour 2 or any of the Rush Hour
being
movies,
like, hey, Rush Hour 2, this was made in a time when it was okay to be a little bit racist.
Yeah. And it's like, no, we understand. That's why it's funny.
Yeah.
What is that gonna do?
It's all. No,
What's that gonna do? Honestly, someone.
It's basically saying like, we're gonna play the movie, but don't be offended. Or anything like that.
But what's gonna happen? If someone does get offended, they're gonna go like, this movie's blah blah blah. You know what's gonna happen? A bunch of people are gonna comment like, yeah, because it's from a different time, you fucking idiot.
Yeah. It's just, and it's
times have changed.
It's still kind of funny.
Yeah. It doesn't make it any less funny. And it's just always those social media.
That's a lot of the stuff though. And I saw something, this might make some viewers a little angry or whatever, but I think it's true. A lot of people it's kind of a two-way. A lot of people that are online are more neurodivergent than not. So a lot of them are like autistic and can't read like sarcasm or don't know context or something like that. So it's like whenever someone says something sarcastic or says something as a joke or whatever, a lot of people take it seriously.
Mm-hmm.
And whether they're not neurodivergent or not, like I feel like that's a lot of stuff gets taken out of context.
Yeah.
And it's like, if you know the context, then it changes. Context is key.
Yeah.
Context makes everything like what it is.
Here we go. I'm about to get canceled. Here I go.
I was gonna say, like, our friend group makes racial comments all the time and stuff like that.
Watch it. What? I don't know what he's talking about.
I mean, I do at least.
I don't know what he's talking about. Don't out yourself here. Wait.
No. But that's the thing.
But here's
like,
okay. Here, I'm about to get canceled because everybody on social media wants to have some kind of quote unquote problem. Just so they have something to talk about. Oh, I'm autistic. Yeah. Oh, I have anxiety. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. Who the fuck cares? Because I'm tired of those people that do it and make it their whole personality.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like obvious.
When people like that say that, and then I'm like, all right, what are you gonna do about it?
Yeah.
Like, do you like having anxiety?
Do you like being
Are you
the
using
victim?
it as a crutch?
Yeah. Stop making excuses.
Are you trying to, like, I don't know.
I said I'm gonna get canceled for this, and it's also like those.
No, I get it too, but I
hate those social media warriors because of those social media warriors. We have the disclaimers in front of old movies now. I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
We watched it. We're fine.
Yeah.
Times have changed, but stop being a fucking advocate, because now that you're an advocate, I want you to be an advocate for fucking everything. And guess what? You're gonna fuck up.
And something like, in my sense of humor, something that I love,
yeah,
is whenever something is so offensive that it's funny,
mm-hmm.
because you know that it's like not.
That's the thing.
Like
that's
it's not. I was gonna say it's not real, but that's not what I'm saying. Like,
that's where, like, when comedians are like,
the joke is not the offensive thing that they're saying. The joke is that they think, like, the joke is that they're saying the offensive thing, and it's so ridiculous.
See, Marlon Wayne said best. So, the movie White Chicks.
Yeah.
Who loves white chicks more than white chicks? If you're gonna be racist or anything like that, you have to make it funny for it to be funny.
Yeah.
You have to make the people that you're making fun of laugh with you.
Yeah.
Then it makes it funny. Then it makes it okay. You can't just be racist for shock factor.
Then they're in on the joke.
Yeah, they're in on the joke. That's what makes it funny. That's what makes it okay.
And that's where context comes in.
Yeah. But a lot of people like to not. A lot of people take things too seriously. And in today's world, you can't really do that. Because you're going to be...
nothing is serious.
Yeah, you're going to be sensitive about everything.
If you live in the U.S., nothing is serious.
Yeah,
reality doesn't exist anymore, so why follow it?
Yeah, we're all cooked anyways. So stop being so upset over the dumb little shit.
Yes.
Just laugh at it. Oh, it's so annoying. I hate people like that. Immediately, if I hear you... If I encounter people like that, I'm just like, all right, goodbye. I'm going to leave before I punch you in the throat.
I used to, like, I consider myself pretty patient with stuff like that. Like, if you say that you have something, like, if you say that you're struggling with something or whatever, I'm not just going to be like, yeah, get over it or whatever. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to
hear you out.
I'm going to hear you out. But there was one thing that sticks in my mind because it got on my nerves. It's kind of along the same lines. When I worked at PetSmart, I was not a key holder. I was a key holder at one point, but this was before I was a key holder. And there was a woman hired on, probably around. She would have been a little older than me at the time, so probably like late 20s, early 30s or whatever. She got hired on for the manager position. A manager position. and she was a manager at Spencer's Gifts at one point. Okay, and she was a manager, huh?
As I hope she don't see this podcast.
I don't care. I remember it was like a rush, and she said that she has like anxiety and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And she there was like a rush of customers. I forget, it might have been like around lunchtime or something like that, so some people were gone, and I remember it was just me and her and maybe one other person on the floor or whatever. I was on the register, and I was basically like, running around doing stuff. I don't have, like, I get anxious, but I don't consider myself to have anxiety, so I was like, I was stressing out, but I was also trying to get everything under control with like the customers, the people bringing in pets for grooming, stuff like that. And I just remember, I don't remember exactly what was going on, but I remember it being hectic. And she was running around, like, you could clearly tell that she was like, it was affecting her. And that's fine. Like, people who have anxiety can't always control how they're reacting or whatever. But I was trying to like calm her down, and I remember one time I was like, I got this. I asked her to do something and she did it, and then I asked her to do something else and she did it, and then I was like, okay, it's pretty under control now. You can like go in the back, take a break, take a breather or whatever. And while I was finishing up through the rush and all that, and then I thought everything was okay. I thought she was doing great, and then she came out and we finished the shift and all that. She quit like a day or two later. And the other, like the assistant manager at the time, came up and had a word with me, and she's like, "So what did you guys do that day or whatever?" And I was like, "We just had a rush and picking stuff up and stuff like that." And then I told her like to go cool off a little bit. I don't think I said cool off, but I was like, you can rest for a little bit.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh, okay," because she quit, and she kind of said that you I forget exactly what it was, but she had a problem with me. Like, she quit because of me. And I'm like, what? I picked up the shit that she couldn't do while she was, having the anxiety attack. And I basically did most of the stuff for her while she was having an anxiety attack, and told her that she could go, rest till she calmed down and all that. And I thought everything was fine, but apparently she quit because she thought that I was being like domineering or something against her.
Oh no, you were mansplaining to her.
I guess. I don't know.
Okay, here's my gripe with that. That's so fucking stupid. 'Cause things like that happen a lot. Miscommunication is a big issue. I don't think you did anything wrong. I don't know her side of the fucking story. And here's the biggest problem. She didn't go up to you and talk to you about it.
Yeah,
that's my biggest thing. Like, me and Wiz, we always say things to each other that we kind of like sometimes he'll say something, I'm like, I don't like his tone. But instead of doing something like, being like petty about it, I'll message him like, hey, did you mean it this way? Or communication, people. Yeah, that's like the simplest thing.
Communication is key.
Yeah, don't be mad at Wade for doing his job and for no reason, and not talk to him about why you're mad.
Don't be mad at me for doing your job. Yeah, because you couldn't at the time.
It's one of those things, like, just talk to the other person. You'll be surprised how much you can clear up instead of just being in your own little cloud. Like, because I do this all the time too. I take things. Sometimes I don't pick up tone right away.
Oh yeah.
So when someone says something to me, maybe they're being sarcastic or whatever, I'll always message them or talk to them privately. I'm like, hey, what did you mean by this?
Yeah.
That way I know. I'm not trying to be a dick about it. I'm just like, hey, I really don't understand what this is.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not gonna.
I wouldn't follow. Yeah, and I'm not saying that she sucks because of her anxiety. Like I said, like I get that people have anxiety. I have friends who have like extreme anxiety and stuff like that. So I know I was trying to be respectful and all that stuff.
She's supposed to be a manager? I'm sorry?
She was the manager.
She's supposed to be a manager?
Yes.
Fucking manage.
She might have been the assistant manager, and I got those roles flipped. But she was in a managerial position.
Regardless, she's technically your superior. Talk to you. All she had to do was just pull you aside and talk about it. So she should have already known to do that. I would have done that. Like, hey, I got it.
But it was, I don't know.
The fact that she quit.
That just rubbed me the wrong way.
Yeah, because she didn't.
I mean, I might not have been the only reason, but I was definitely brought up when she was leaving.
Then she's making excuses.
But yeah, because I was just like, I'm okay. I'm stressed out, but I'm picking up slack. You go do you, and I'll handle this.
And I guarantee you, if she ever hears this, and she knows that we're talking about her, in her head, she's going to be like, that's not what happened. And she's going to get mad about it.
Hey, if you are listening to this, and that is not how it went down in your head, comment down below. Because I would like to know. Because I'm telling my side of the story, but I never got to hear your side of the story. I just heard secondhand that you had a problem with me.
Yeah.
I'm not saying any names. You're going to have to figure yourself out.
Put on some gloves, and we can hash this out real quick. Equal rights, equal fights, you know? Kidding.
But no, that's one of the things, like...
That's so annoying.
I don't know. I
hate people that...
Because I think I have a problem with it because I went through a self-help phase.
Yeah.
I'm also, like... sympathetic to it, but I'm also that's why I'm like, okay, you tell me that you have something, what are you gonna do about it? Because I was one of the people that's like, I am living a certain way, and I don't necessarily like it, so I'm gonna figure out how to change that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Instead of playing victim, it's always against me. Blah,
yeah.
Blah, blah. I had a whole month or two of bad luck, okay? And I pressed through, all right? We do what we can. I'm not going to sit there, oh, me. Man.
I feel like that's our generation, though. Like millennials, I saw something where it was like boomer humor, and it was like, oh, I hate my wife. And then like millennial humor was... I hate myself or something like that. And then Gen Z humor was like, I want to kill myself or something like I don't know, something like that. But no, I feel like a lot of millennials are just like, yeah, trauma.
Pretty much.
Hello, my name is Trauma.
That's pretty much it. Because bad shit's always going to happen. Nothing you can do, you know?
Be the person who you want to be, not the person that you feel like you are.
You can only control how you react.
Yes.
That's all that's all you can do. So don't make things worse.
I was talking to I'm not really I don't mean this to throw my friend under the bus or anything like that, but my friend that has anxiety, they were saying if this is you and you're listening to this, I'm sorry, but it is a good teaching point or learning point or whatever. They were saying that they have anxiety around answering the phone. Mm-hmm. Like they don't like talking to people that they don't know and stuff like that. And then at their job, they had to answer the phone. And so when they would pick up the phone, first of all, they were like, no, I don't want to do that. And then whenever they started answering the phone, they had like extreme anxiety, but it was like, they would get through it or whatever. And now it was like, they just pick up the phone and they still have a little anxiety over it, but it's not as bad as whenever they started.
Yeah.
Like it's not
because they practiced.
Yeah. I feel like that's one of the big things with anxiety. Again, talking as someone who is not diagnosed with anxiety. But I feel like a lot of anxiety is fear of the unknown. Yeah. Fear of, like, your head makes up all these scenarios of things that you think will happen, but they're not actually things that have happened yet.
I'll tell you right now, as someone that is diagnosed with anxiety, I had to take medication for it. I would rewatch old cartoon shows. I would refuse to watch anything new because
you told me about it.
because I only watched old things because I knew what was gonna happen. And I rewatched like all of Ed and Eddie like 100 times. Like literally it would just play repeat. Family Guy to a certain season. Anything
but never passed because you didn't know.
because I didn't know. And I wouldn't either I would rewatch what I already knew up to a certain season because I didn't know what would happen, or I would watch a show and they keep making new episodes, but I would watch it because it's familiar.
Yeah.
So Family Guy, I would watch new episodes because there's no real plot and I knew the characters. Ed and Eddie, I already watched all the way through, so I kept rewatching Ed and Eddie. What else did I would rewatch the same movies, Rush Hour 2, Step Brothers, because I didn't want to see anything new. So it took me.
It was comforting.
Yeah, it was comforting. I would eat the same foods for a bit. I did not like talking on the phone. I still don't to this day, but I can. But it's just one of those things. I had to step out of my comfort zone and had to work towards it. I'm a lot better now because I have that salesperson in me. So it's a switch.
Yeah, you worked a sales job.
Yeah,
which is
so
like
I
you have to
to
talk to people. You have to talk on the phone. You have to.
It's one of those things where it's like you got to pick your priorities. Like, yeah, I don't like talking to new people. I still don't to this day. I am kind of a quiet person out in public. But I can talk to someone new, no problem. It's just that switch. Like I still feel it sometimes, but I also think like it's also about perspective. Here's how I see it. That person you're talking to on the phone, you're probably never gonna meet in person. That person that you just met, you probably won't ever see him again.
Yeah.
So it's like it's one of those things where like you gotta stop caring about how other people view you because honestly, you're gonna be a villain in someone's story. You're gonna have someone's gonna talk about you. Maybe something they saw you do something stupid. Whatever, it happens.
Chances are you're probably thinking more about what that person is thinking of you than that person is actually thinking.
Yeah, you forget like there's everyone else. There's I forgot what theory this is called, but like when you're self-aware enough to know that everyone else that you encounter also has a complex story. Like they have their own.
They're probably just as in their head as you are in your head.
Yeah.
So you're probably not even a blip on their radar.
Yeah. So the amount of times that I like trip and fell in front of people, and I just walk it off because I'm like, yeah, it's funny today, but they're gonna forget about tomorrow. So
yeah, pretty much.
Like I don't care. I don't care.
I found that I am the opposite. I don't know if I don't know, because like when you were saying like you rewatch old stuff.
Yeah.
I rarely rewatch old stuff. I love new stuff.
Yeah.
I think that's why I like YouTube so much, is because there's always something new on there to watch. And I don't really have a problem with like talking to strangers. But I will say that is part of my self-help journey. What I call my self-help journey. It was just I went to a couple conventions and read some stuff online, but and have books like Daring Greatly by I forget her name. I haven't read it in a while. Her last name is Brown. I don't know. Look it up. It's Daring Greatly by the last name Brown. But I used to be a shy, quiet kid growing up and not talk to anybody and stuff like that. But because I didn't like always being like quiet and stuff, I don't know. I kind of broke out of my shell and I was like, well, I read this online, so I'll practice this for a little bit. I don't like being in public. So I will force myself to say hi to people while I'm in public to kind of get over that. Like, I don't know. There was a time when I was like, because I think it all started when I Googled like how to talk to girls or whatever. But one of the things was I would just go and say hi to everybody. Or like if like you said, you're afraid of what people are thinking of you or whatever.
Yeah.
Do stuff to put attention on you, because when you do that, you find out that it's not that bad. Like a lot of this stuff is like, I know people with severe anxiety, the brain is basically telling them, I don't know if you're the same way, but the brain is basically telling them that it's painful or that they're going to die if something happens like that.
Yeah.
And then it's like, until you do it and that doesn't happen, and then you're kind of rewiring your brain to be like, well, that wasn't that bad at all. And then the more you do it, the more it's like, this is nothing. And then your priorities change.
Yes, you guys.
Or your thoughts change on it or whatever.
You just gotta stop caring. That's my take on it. Stop. It's not that serious. Not everyone's gonna think like, ooh, what's this person doing today? You know, it's all about perspective, and just, again, you're gonna be a villain in someone's story.
And if you do feel awkward and stuff doing it, then call it out, because everyone gets awkward. Everyone gets nervous.
Here's my thing that really pushed me to be more like vocal about things, because I hate the feeling of someone walking over me.
Oh, yeah.
I hate the feeling of like, I let this slide and now it's rent free in my head, right?
Yeah.
And I go home, I'm like, maybe I should have stood up for myself. Now, when I get hit with those moments, I am so quick to be the aggressor. I am so quick for confrontation, because 9 out of 10 times, when you clap back, they stop.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of encounters where I felt disrespected, and so I stopped it right then and there. And guess what? It's worked wonders for me. Sure, I'm now that they have the excuse of saying like I was an asshole, but at the same time, am I really? So it is what
it's
it
like,
is.
I might have been an asshole to you, but you did something asshole-ish to me. I countered you.
I am cordial and nice until I don't have to be. If I feel disrespected, I'm gonna talk to you about it first. That's strike one. If it happens again, these hands are ready to eat for everybody. But I mean, yeah, I had to grow up code switching a lot just to fit in. So my anxiety didn't really hit until like I had like a identity crisis when I was younger, where I'm like, I don't know who I am. I'm just code switching to be with these people because I know how to read people and be in their group, I guess. And then something happened, and I was scared to talk to anybody. And then it just got worse. And that's when I got put on medication and all that stuff. But that's a story for a different time. We're out of time, folks.
Well, hold on. I was gonna say I also like, even though I'm more vocal and more open about stuff, and way less, like, I don't even consider myself shy anymore. Maybe sometimes I'll get bashful, but like I will say my self-help phase that I went through was before COVID, and I have noticed that after COVID, I did develop like anxieties around things that I never used to get anxious about before. So it can, like, you can get anxious about stuff that you never even got anxious about before, but the trick is to recognize that and to like practice, you know, getting out of that if you want to. If you don't like that part of you, change it.
Yeah, what he said.
Practice.
Yeah,
Okay,
what
now
he
we
said.
can
And for that, we're
That's
gonna
all.
wrap it up. Be sure to like, rate, subscribe, and wherever you're reading or watching
What's
or
that?
hearing. I don't know. Follow our TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, ShinoBroz, everything. Discord. Join our Discord. Play chess with Wiz. Yeah. We're gonna go watch K-pop Demon Hunter. K-pop Demon Hunters. And
Oh yeah.
yeah.
We just did a reaction. Check out our reaction.
Yeah.
Or maybe we just didn't do a reaction. Maybe it comes out before this comes out. But
whenever I edit.
yeah.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Peace.
Be the you want to be.